morning, Eagles.
What's going on? Huh? You guys had me on for one show, and then you fire me and replace me with the original. I thought I was supposed to be the sequel. Come on, this isn't fair. Come on, I deserve this. I deserve to be an anchor. This is my role.
I'm Lily.
I'm Haley.
And this is what you need for your bulletin. You know what's next.
The weatherman with very accurate weather predictions.
Hey Etowah Eagles, this is Yao in the Clouds here to give you some weekly weather and obviously, hopefully to make you feel better, I guess. Right? No? Okay, let's just get right to it. As you can see here, Friday we have 43 being the lowest with the highest being 72, and it hopefully should be sunny. And then Saturday, we have 52 being the lowest, with the highest being 74, with it being slightly cloudy. And then Sunday, to wrap it all up, we have 49 being the lowest, with the highest being 72, and another slightly cloudy. So expect better weather, because it's been really cold, past few days. Right, guys? No? Okay. Well, that should be all for today, and I'll see you next week. Peace.
Lunch Table Talks asked a new question, but this week it was to the Astronomy Club.
How many planets do you think you can fit between the moon and the Earth?
I don't know. It depends on the size of the planet.
I think you can fit 10 Jupiters.
Yeah, right.
Open the box for a bag, hits the Ken with the Barbie attached. Hey everybody, it's Lunch Table Talks and we're back again. And this week we have a little surprise for you guys. What's tea, Sophie?
Well, instead of us going around and asking our question at lunch, this time, since there's a new astronomy club and they're having a starry night party, we're going to go to that and ask a question. But I think there's something else. Do you want to tell them?
Yes. Instead of us doing the question, we're going to give it to Astronomy Club. We want to see what they got, what they can tell us. And yeah, let's get to it. Hey, Miss Klaus.
Thank you.
So before we get started, I do want to give you a big up. This is a wonderful club. Everything looks nice. So speaking of your astronomy club, do you want to give us a little backstory on how we got started and everything?
Yeah, so me and Mr. Say, we both teach astronomy here at Etowah, and we're just trying to get more involvement in the field of astronomy. We're both big nerds, you can tell by my outfit, right? And Mr. Say's actually, his degree is in astrophysics. So we just wanted to start a club up so that people could join it and we could teach them, things that we know about our solar system and even other galaxies. And today we're looking at Saturn and Jupiter, the moon, of course, and we're trying to look at the comet Lemon, which is just visible right now, I think. Yeah. We meet every second Thursday.
So make sure y'all there because I will be checking in. Now that you guys have heard what the club is about from Ms. Klaus, how about we go get our question and move on to the interviews?
So the question we have is, how many planets do you think can fit between the Earth and the Moon?
It's all of them.
Yeah, it's all of them.
I think maybe 5.
I think 2-ish. I don't know.
It depends on the planet.
Yeah, that's
No,
what I
you
was
said
gonna say.
between the Earth and the
Yeah,
Moon.
but it depends on the planet. The size of the planet would determine how many can fit between the Earth and the Moon.
yeah.
So if we're talking about Jupiter, the answer would be a lot fewer than Pluto.
None.
Yeah, none of Jupiter would fit.
I think, well, the distance between the Earth and the Moon, it's not a lot. So I want to say maybe about one planet, but it also depends on how big the planet is. So,
I'm thinking 2 or 3.
I would have to say 0.
Why would you say 0?
Because it's only a few million miles out.
I think probably about all 8 in our solar system.
But the distance is kind of small, so I would say one Jupiter-sized planet could work.
Well, now it's time for our response. Sophie, what do you think?
I'm not very educated in this at all, but I'd have to say just like 2 Plutos in between us, and then maybe we'd get there. I'm not sure.
I would have to agree with you because I'm not very educated, so I would have to agree. I think, yeah. But that concludes this show. It was very fun. We will be back at it again because, planets and stars, Earth and Mars. Lunch Table Talks is out, but next Friday isn't that far. Happy fall.
The JROTC Raider team won the national championship for the 3rd time in 4 years, and the women's team was runner-up.
Order, arms, parade, rest.
This week we have another artist highlight.
Annie is a 12th grade student here at Etowah, and she highlighted a clay sculpture.
Hi, my name is Nora Wellman. I'm in 12th grade. I created this clay animal. He's a Gila monster cowboy, and I titled him Don Diego de la Vega. The assignment was to create a personified animal, so I chose the Gila monster because I wanted to make a lizard, but I didn't know which one. It's native to Arizona. I grew up in Arizona, so it really hits home for me. And then it's Arizona, so obviously I gave him a cowboy hat and like a cowboy shirt of some sort. The mediums I used were clay and paint. The problem I ran into making this piece was his hat came off, and then at some point his hat snapped in half. You can't see it anymore because we glued it together, but it was definitely a big challenge for me because I had to repaint and sand and glue this whole thing together. It took about 3 days to fix. This is my project, and I'm proud of it.
That was Artist Spotlight. If you're an artist at Etowah and you recently finished a piece you're proud of, email me and I'll try to make a segment for you.
I've been so busy recently, I haven't opened Spotify in like forever.
Well, no need to. Austin is here to give a music recap.
Hi Eagles, I'm Austin Riddle, and this is Austin's Album of the Week. A lot has dropped since I've last been on the show, so let's get into it. Starting off with our major releases, prolific R&B artist Daniel Caesar has released his 4th album, Son of Spurgey, dealing with themes like his faith and collabs with artists Blood Orange and Sampa. Secondly, multi-genre artist Rosalia has released her new album, Lux, a personal album of the year contender for me, which features a completely different sound from her previous albums. Charlie XCX released a new single Monday titled House for the soundtrack of the film adaptation of Wuthering Heights. In other news, alternative experimental rapper Danny Brown has released his new album Stardust, featuring songs with artists like Quedeca, Underscores, Frost Children, and Jane Remover. Speaking of Underscores, she has just released her new single Do It for her currently untitled third LP. Since I've last been on, Magdalena Bay have released 2 new double singles, titled Human Happen / Paint Me a Picture and Unoriginal / Black Eyed Susan Clem. Each pair of songs different from the last. Lastly, alternative band Gorillaz have released a new single, The King of Lying, for their upcoming album The Mountain. That's all for now. I'll see you next time.
I'm Lily.
I'm Haley.
And we'll see you guys next Friday.